You remember during the British colonial era, Indians were subjected to discriminatory treatment, including being denied access to public spaces, services and opportunities. Viewers, the dogs and Indians not allowed sign, and we're using a representative image that was used in a play, in a series, I'm told, was a shameful example of that discrimination, perpetuating harmful stereotypes and reinforcing the oppressive colonial mindset. But how much have we changed? In the heart of Bengaluru, a city of progress and innovation, a farmer's traditional attire became a symbol of shame. A dhoti, a garment woven with pride and heritage, was deemed unfit for a mall's polished floors. Viewers, the farmer, a tiller of the land, was denied entry, his dignity trampled like the earth he cultivates. This incident unveils the ugly truth of our biases, of the prejudice, a mindset that shuns the familiar, the traditional and the authentic. We forget that the earthy scent of the dhoti is the same that nourishes our souls. We forget that the hands that till the land are the same that build our skyscrapers and perhaps the mall. Let us not forget that the shadow of discrimination looms large. Let us recognize the beauty in diversity, the strength in our roots, and the dignity in every attire, be it a dhoti or a suit.
ಆರು ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇವರು ಪಂಚೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡವ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಪಂಚೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿರೋರ್ನ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರು ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು ಮಾಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ? ಅಲ್ಲೋ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ನೀವು ಹೋಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅವನು. ಮೀಡಿಯಾದವ್ರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನಾರ ಇದ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು. ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ? ನಾನು 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು 6:30 ನೀವು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ಗೇಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಾವು ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ನು ಪಂಚೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು.
What does this tell us? Let's open this up. Kasturi Shankar needs no introduction. Advaita Kala, author, analyst. P. Chengal Reddy, president of the Federation of Farmers Association. Rahul Ishwar completes the panel. Advaita Kala, what is this? In today's day and age, something as shocking as this?
Absolutely. I mean, it's sad. It's not only shocking, but it's sad. You know, we've reached a point where social mobility has really got a boost in the last couple of years with the way the airports have opened up, the kind of travel that options that are available. And Bangalore seems to be doing this over and over again, Pranesh. This isn't the only case. A few weeks ago, there was a farmer with a sack on his head who was trying to enter the Bangalore metro and he was stopped. Now here you have another farmer who's wearing a dhoti and he's stopped again. Now, what is happening in this city? What kind of inclusivity are we talking about when in places that are public, that are supposed to be accessible to all, people are being stopped just based on how they look or what social strata they may belong to? It's absolutely disgusting. And in 2024, there can be no place for this in our society. It's a new type of casteism that we have to defeat.
And you know, I don't think it is so much about the city as it is about the mindset, because this has happened in Kolkata, this has happened in Chennai. So this is nothing to do with city. It's a mindset. The viewers, just think about it. While we are taking your calls, Siddaramaiah, the chief minister, wears a dhoti. He can walk into the Vidhan Sauda. So can the others. But here's a farmer wearing a dhoti, not allowed to enter a mall. Mr. Reddy?
Yeah, we must understand, first of all, in the last 10-15 years, the Indian society, that is urban society, educated youth, media, everybody, as far as he was telling that the watchman is not allowed. Because basically what happened in the last 20 years, people started looking at farmers as a dependents, as sort of a beggars. Because you see, we hear every day, government is giving subsidy. We all know that government has given free water, free electricity, subsidized fertilizer, the low interest credit, and every 3-4 years loan waiver, and the prime ministers and chief ministers giving 10,000-20,000 rupees every year. But in spite of that, farmers have been agitating. And what is the notion of any particular family across from Kashmir to Kanyakumari is that any relative in one social circles, At the bottom level, if I say I'm a farmer, I do not command any respect because everybody around me, especially those other than farmers, have come to realize that I'm a perpetual dependent on government subsidies and eternally complaining for this, that and all that. And no farmer in this country encourages his children to go, whether it is a coffee farmer in Karnataka or an apple grower there or any fellow, any farmer in this country. I mean, he is not asking his children to go.
Right.
It is let me tell you simple thing. The point today we have reached a situation where he doesn't command any respect in the society because we must also understand that apart from these politicians announcing every day giving free and all that,
right,
the bureaucrats, they themselves never respect.
Right. I understand the sentiment, Mr. Reddy. I get it completely. Let's hear from our viewers. Mr. Narayanan joining us from Bengaluru. Sir, namaskara. Good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Go ahead.
I am PK Narai. See, it's a shame. See, farmers are our breadwinners. We should not discriminate them. We should allow them also as an ordinary citizen. Okay?
Right.
That's my point.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts. Mr. Pradeep is joining us from Hyderabad. Sir, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you. You're on Times now.
Right. I am Brigadier Pradeep Kumar, retired. Now, it is very sad to see that a farmer has been stopped from entering a mall just because he was wearing a dhoti. Will they stop Mr. Siddaramaiah also coming into the mall?
Right.
Yes, sir. Security under yes, they will not be allowed. You must know, my friend. All these three people, that Rahul Gandhi, Siddaramaiah and Modi, if they go into dhoti in any shop, they will not be allowed unless they are allowed because they are prime ministers, politicians and the people with all the background and paraphernalia. If they will let them go as an ordinary fellows without all the paraphernalia, let them see what type of respect they command.
Kasturi Shankar, what do you think is the problem here and how do we deal with this?
You nailed it, Pranesh, and it's extremely heartbreaking to see that in 2024, we still haven't gotten the freedom of thought in our country. We are still stuck in a colonial, mindset. And we are stuck in, Gore Babu kind of mindset. And as you rightly pointed out, I think the very first incident that I came to know about was in Tamil Nadu, in Pune, Chennai, where a High Court judge, Mr. Reddy said, if they go in as an ordinary person, even Siddaramaiah may be stopped. It's true. It happened to a High Court judge at the Tamil Nadu Cricket Association club premises. 2 advocates and a judge being stopped for going in not dirty clothes, just traditional Indian wear. The pride of our country, the dhoti, which is from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, they went in, they were stopped. It became a huge issue. So I would say, I want to say to Advaita Kala, it's not about Bengaluru city, madam. This is a rot that is there in our mind for a long time. For some reason, we think Gore log to better hai and wearing Western clothes somehow makes us superior. And I want to point out that the security guy who was either just following rules or he was, using his own
discretion,
very well-set prejudices. He might not have even been a Kannadiga. He might have been a migrant from Kolkata or from any part of North India. I feel in North India, this mindset is even a lot more because at least in the security people I have seen nowadays, I live in Hyderabad, I'm from Chennai, visited Bangalore. I don't see people in security positions who are sons of the soil. They're all migrants and they may have some kind of communication gap.
No, I don't think it is either about the city or about the city of origin of the people who stopped it. Let's not make this north and south. This is not that. But, I agree with the larger point that you said in the beginning, that it's a mindset problem. The very fact that we are having a discussion on this in today's day and age, imagine we are calling it the Dhoti discrimination. That is shocking. Mr. Madhav is now joining us from Bengaluru. Sir, good evening.
Good evening. I think this
call is now being recorded.
I think this generation needs to know about their legacy and sensitized also. You see, all our forefathers came from villages. And our first president, Rajendra Prasad, Sardar Patel, then Vajpayee, then Pranab Da, Radhakrishnan, everyone was wearing dhotis. And even now the MPs are wearing dhotis in the legislatures, MLAs and MPs. So I think it's more to do with this generation not knowing its legacy. All their forefathers have come from villages. Even in Bangalore, most of the suburbs are hullis or villages.
Well said, sir. Well said. Thank you for connecting, sharing your thoughts. Mr. Deepak is joining us from Pune. Sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Go ahead, Deepak. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to say is the Congress President, Mr. Kharge, his attire is dhoti. Will they stop him from entering the malls? What the Congress is doing in Bangalore, instead of coming up with development ideas, they are going back to all these dhotis and burqas. I mean, we as Indian citizens, we are frustrated staying in this country.
Mr. Baljit is now joining us from Delhi. Yes, sir. Good evening. You're on Times Now.
Yeah, sir. The only point is I am from Haryana and we love to wear dhoti, and our shopkeepers and even malls love to enter us, love to visit us in dhotis. So there is no problem in entering and staying in dhotis. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And Advaita, I'm sure malls these days have shops that sell designer dhotis. So it's not as if, dhoti is something that, people are not aware of or is not available. So designer dhoti has a nice swanky shop inside the mall, but a person wearing a dhoti is looked down upon.
Oh, absolutely. And this is the sort of elitist classism. And I don't blame the security guards, because they're following orders. Rights to entry reserved that we read everywhere. They're following orders. They've been briefed on the kind of people they should permit and not permit. So I don't think it's really their, their choice to make in the matter. They're following orders. And it's very important that there is a mindset shift. And that is integral, because if we're aiming for a certain level of social mobility in our country, and one that goes beyond caste, beyond class, beyond faith, then there has to be a sensitization when it comes to diversity in dress, as well as a decolonization of the mind, wherein you assume that a dhoti is in some way inferior to a pair of trousers. Now, this is a very deep a problem in the mindset that we have. And that also needs to be turned around, and that starts.
How do we turn around this mindset, Rahul Ishwar?
Just three submissions. One, just imagine, had Mahatma Gandhi gone there, he would have been stopped. The father of the nation would have been stopped to enter the very mall that he fought to create. The reason being, there is a mindset, as all the panelists, Kasturi ji or Advaita ma'am and Chengal Reddy sir rightly said, we need a paradigm shift, and there is no point in blaming anyone. The rot is inside us. It is inside our mindset. It is a subconscious prejudice we are having. That's the reason why we need sensitization, awareness. We need things like National Dhoti Day, where we can celebrate. See, a person like me, we only, when the traditional festival happens, we go with the dhotis, because jeans is more comfortable or pants is more comfortable. So this is absolutely okay. But in order to celebrate our legacy, we need initiatives from the government, initiatives from the civil society, like National Dhoti Day, where we can all come and celebrate our regional attires, our cultures. So this will create a sense of respect, sensitization, awareness regarding our culture, legacy, and all the great people that we had. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel used to have dhoti, Vajpayee ji used to have a dhoti, Modi ji and Sri Rahul Gandhi proudly wears a dhoti. So we need to create awareness, sensitization. We need our own young children. They may not be able to go dhoti, in every day, but at the same point of time, they need to have such days where they can celebrate. We have Valentine's Day, which is very
and
good.
Even if the names you mentioned did not, Rahul Ishwar, I get your point completely. But even if the names you mentioned did not wear a dhoti, that should not stop people from discriminating just based on the dress someone is wearing. It's just not human. I thank all of you for joining us. Let's end with what our viewers have to say. Mr. Shiv Kumar joining us from Andhra Pradesh. Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. I think it's a really needed debate right now. I think we need to first look at our mirror in ourselves, because during the COVID period, it is the agriculture sector only that has pushed our economy. It is a known fact. Without agriculture sector, we would have been another 10% negative GDP. So first we need to once again look into the measure, and next and also understand that 90% of our economy is in unorganized sector.
Right.
So all the money that is driving the economy comes from this agriculture, unorganized sector. So wearing a diversity does not mean someone is poor. Now we need to get out of this mindset. Before that, if we need to get out of this mindset, first we need to look at ourselves as a measure. Who are paying the school fees? It's agriculture. Who are paying the hospital bills?
Absolutely.
We need to look into ourselves.
Yes, we need to introspect where are we heading as a society. Thank you, sir. Mr. Mahesh joining us from Mysuru. Sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Sir, one thing, farmers are VIP to India, sir. Without farmers, no India can be survived. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Sir, see, sir, me from Mysuru, our former Prime Minister, Mr. Devegowda, wear same dress to Parliament.
Okay.
Hello?
Right, thank you.
Sir, and we have one temple, sir, Dharmasthala.
Yeah.
Without that pancha and shirt, they won't allow to temple, sir.
Right. Thank you, sir, for connecting, sharing your thoughts. And viewers, before we end the show, here's some breaking inputs coming in. We were having a debate on the quota in Karnataka. Now it turns out that the Karnataka government has decided to hold the bill mandating jobs for Kannadigas. The Minister of IT, Industries, Law and Labour, along with legal advisor to CM, are also expected to give more clarity on this. We have Deepak Bopanna joining us for more on this. Yes, Deepak, what changed? What happened?
There has been a lot of backlash, and we've seen that through the course of the day, haven't we, Pranesh? And it looks like the state government right now believes it's not probably conducive atmosphere, and the kind of statements that have come in from the likes of NASSCOM, from bigwigs like Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, Mohandas Pai, industry giants, of course, probably has them now reconsider it. We saw initially, of course, one social media post that came in about C and D category workers, and now there'll be 100% reservation. That got deleted, earlier today. It was nearly there on the Chief Minister's profile for quite some time now. This particular draft bill as well, while many of the ministers have been defending it. Right now, officially, I in fact just was going through social media and X, where the Chief Minister has now put out that post as well, where he has confirmed officially that this particular bill, which would have mandated a certain amount of reservation.
Yeah,
for
he says this bill has been
sector.
temporarily put on hold. This will be revisited and decided in the coming days. So sense prevails, one can say that safely. Deepak, thanks for your inputs. We are taking a short break. Navika Kumar on the news hour coming up next.